Hello, Unity area, divine beings that you are. One divine being talking to another. So today I want to tell you a story about some 70 and 80-year-old men who are sitting around. They are talking about, let's see, what are they talking about? They're talking about Johnny Cash. They're talking about the Ed Sullivan Show, the Colts, and how they just defeated the New York Giants. So what year do you think this is? The year that they're talking about is 1959. And that's the year that they're talking about. That's the year that they're pretending that they're living in. But the real year is actually 1979, 20 years later. So they're sitting and they're watching TV on a black and white screen. Everything in the room is just exactly like it was in 1959. And what this is about is these are 70 and 80-year-old men. 8 of them were taken out of an assisted living, and they were placed into an environment that duplicated what it was like when they were in their 40s and 50s. And they lived in this environment for 1 week. So 8 of them lived in this environment for a week. And they pretended to be at that time and place. They talked about how they were still playing basketball or football or whatever they were still doing. And they were talking about the events like they were actually happening. Then they took 8 men and they put them in the same environment, but they were reminiscing about what it was like when they were in their 40s and 50s. And the results of this experiment were startling. And I got this story from a book called Counterclockwise by Ellen J. Langer. And it's amazing that in 1 week's time, these men improved by so much. The men that actually were in where they were actually living like they were in their 40s and 50s, 63% of them, their intelligence improved just after 1 week, whereas 44% of the other group improved. All the participants had improvement in their gait, their posture, and some of them even got taller. In the group that actually lived like they were in their 40s and 50s, when they left, they started playing touch football, which most of these men had a problem just walking. And outside observers from all of them compared their photos, and all of them judged them to be much younger than when they first started the experiment. What this is saying is that we can actually youth ourselves as what Reverend Kiros calls it. I'm youthing. I'm actually getting younger. And this is an interesting point that you cannot, there's no physical way to tell the age of a person. The best test to tell the age of a person, or if they're improving, getting younger, is by their grip strength. So if they're, and all of these participants, their grip strength improved. So what is this saying? This is saying we are co-creators. We are co-creators with living substance. We can actually generate more youthfulness. We can actually reverse the aging process. And I think in the next few years, you're going to see that happen more and more. And I know everybody's like, oh, I want to, when it's my time, I'm good. But if we're changing things to where we can live longer, healthier lives, then I'm all for it. And part of that, a big part of that, is our belief system. How are you thinking about aging? Are you thinking you're going to be better than you were yesterday? I am. And there's a lot of tests out there that you can take to see what is your physical age. And that's depending on how healthy you're able to stay, how much exercise you're getting. Okay? Even your brain facilities, we can actually get them to get better and better. If our cells change every 7 years, then why can't we have newer cells? For every year that you're living, you will be living longer, because we also have scientific improvements, don't we? So to live an abundant life is always to know and affirm the truth, the goodness around us, and that we are co-creators with God. We are co-creators with God even in this space-time continuum. It's exciting. I hope that you will take it to heart that you can manifest through using the 5 unity principles, through affirmative prayer, through affirmations, through the tools that you're learning at Unity. You can manifest an abundant life. And so I know that you are going to be doing that. I want to also thank each and every one of you that have watched these videos. I so appreciate it, because I've gained so much just by sharing this information and breathing and living it also. I want to thank all of you that have committed to using the 5 unity principles and committed to Unity Bay Area, Houston. Thank you. I see the divine in you. Namaste.